Hey YouTube, it is Emory and welcome back to my first year on T. I haven't been here in a very long time, so let's get back into it. So this week we are all talking about our transitions and how we feel about how we're progressing, maybe versus other people or what we expected. Because all of us are getting toward our actual first year on T, hence the name My First Year on T. So we're reaching that point where we're kind of looking at everything in retrospect and seeing how things are going. So for me, my biggest things that I've been thinking about right now are, one is my body shape. In very recent weeks, I have felt a lot better about the way my body is shaped, and I was hoping when I was hitting about 10 months on T, which is where I almost am now, I'll be 10 months on T on October 12th. Now that I'm getting to that point, that's when I thought that my body shape was going to start doing things that I actually wanted it to do, and it is. So that was a good, accurate amount of time that I expected. I was really realistic with myself before starting testosterone, and I was thinking, there's all these people who are
I'm 3 months in on T and I thought my body would have changed by now, and it hasn't.
So I tried to watch other people's expectations versus what actually happened and tried to make more realistic time periods for what was gonna go down. And 10 months on T seems to be now my body is starting to do the shape that I want it to do. So that's been really cool. And what I mean by what I want my body to do is that I was hoping my shoulders would get broader so that my hourglass shape turned into more of a Dorito-y shape. And it's mostly with a shirt on at this point, because the shirt will it hangs wider where my shoulders are and then comes in from there. So because the shirt does the shape, my body doesn't necessarily have to yet. So I'm most comfortable with the t-shirt on still because my body is still a little bit hourglassy, but it's been nice to be able to throw a shirt on and feel okay about my body. There's still some clothes that make me feel dysphoric and they're too tight and you can see my love handles and stuff, which I hate, but if I have I have a few t-shirts that are my favorite, mostly white t-shirts for some reason, that make my body do that thing, and so I'm cool with that. Since I've been doing a lot of push-ups lately, which is something that I've been focusing on, my shoulders and chest have built up a little bit, and I've been really enjoying what that's been doing to my body, so thanks testosterone. On the flip side of that coin, something that I'm not enjoying is that my love handles don't seem to have changed. So I think, or let me correct myself, they have changed a little bit, but I was hoping that they would kind of shrink back into my body and so it would make them less noticeable, but really what's been changing my body shape has been the top of my body widening, not my love handles getting smaller. So I'm thinking that either I need to have a really strict diet where I'm very skinny, or I need to build up the top portion of my body to even out how wide my hip area is, which I'm not upset about. I knew that would happen, and it sucks, but I can fix it, and I know that hard work needs to be put in to do that, so we just have to accept where we have to take our shots and then deal with that, so that's fine. Something else that I'm happy about, which sounds weird, is that I haven't grown a lot of facial hair still. I expected that being a year in on T, I actually didn't think I would make it to a year on T. I thought I would stop a lot sooner because I thought I would have a full beard, because my dad has really dark hair and I thought I would have a dark stubbly beard, which I didn't want. And so the fact that that has not come in has been really cool for me because it's allowed me to go farther with the rest of my changes that I did want and not feel hindered by being uncomfortable with something I didn't want. So that's been really cool. Something that I haven't liked is that because I don't have any facial hair, I'm not being gendered correctly most of the time. I think I'm 50 to 60% gendered correctly, probably, just based on my estimation. I think my girlfriend, or my fiance, we got engaged. That's a thing. So I'm engaged now, and that's really exciting. I should plug that in here. Rewind. My fiance would probably say that I'm being gendered correctly more often than I think I am, but opinion, I don't know. So since I don't have facial hair, I think if I had facial hair and if I cut my bun, people would gender me correctly more often, but I don't want facial hair, and I like to be able to just throw my hair in a hair tie in the morning and not have to do anything with it. Um, I weirdly find that the more time I have to spend on my hair, the more like dysphoric I feel about it. Like I don't want to have to spend forever doing it, but I want it to look good at the same time. So yeah, passing has still been a problem, but I've felt a lot more comfortable in my body and my voice, which has made me more confident and less worried about what other people are thinking about my gender. So that's been good. But yeah, as far as my voice goes, I've been a lot more willing to speak up in certain situations, and I felt like my politeness was going down for a while because I didn't feel like my voice was deep enough to like thank people for things. So if someone were to hold the door for me, or a service person were to like hand me my meal or something, I wouldn't say thank you as much, or respond to them because I didn't want them to hear my voice and then be like, "You're welcome, ma'am." Um, so that's been nice to be able to like be myself more, because I really like to thank people and um, be courteous with service people and stuff like that. So I've been able to speak up more in that type of situation and not feel so shy about it. One of our topics we could have talked about is comparing ourselves to other people's transitions, and if we do that and how we deal with that. And I really have like forced myself to not do that. I've been really pleased with my changes, and I accept that like I'm not gonna suddenly have no love handles and be like perfectly triangle shaped all of a sudden. So I understand when other people feel like a change hasn't happened quickly enough, and that's something that was really crucial to them, and it's like really damaging for them. But for me, that hasn't happened, and I've been really glad to be able to just enjoy what I have and not worry about what other people have or what I'm missing thus far. And so that's been cool. My only frustration has been with the fact that because I'm non-binary and present in a more neutral way rather than, or an androgynous way rather than completely typically masculinely, I'm not being gendered with he, him, or they, them pronouns by the average person. They, them because people don't know that, and he, him because they think because I'm not 100% masculine that I can't be called he, him pronouns, I guess. So yeah, being non-binary has been kind of like something that's held me back from being gendered in a comfortable way, which that's a big complex topic that maybe I should make another video about. But anyways, yeah, that's my video for this week. Those are the things that I have felt good about and then have felt not so good about. And yeah, I think my biggest tip is just to try to be realistic and see, basically look for people saying that they're not getting changes within a certain time period, because it may help you with realizing that it may be a more realistic thing to put off your goals for a little bit, just to make sure that you're giving your body enough time to do what it's going to do. You can't force changes to happen more quickly than they will, and be grateful for the stuff that does happen right away, because I know that a lot of people get like a random thing that happens like very quickly, and it may not be the same thing as everybody else's, but yeah, I don't know, just be realistic and patient. And I know everyone's telling you that, so that's not really helpful, but yeah, this is me 10 months ish on testosterone. I hope I see you guys next time I post, and like this video if you liked it. Comment down below with any video suggestions or comments that you have for me. I'll be looking for your responses, and subscribe to the channel. I think we surpassed 200 now, so try to be a member of our first year on T Squad, and I will see you guys next time. Okay, bye.